Do you have FOMO when it comes to investing? Then watch this video to learn why diversification is actually a good thing. FOMO means the fear of missing out. For today's video, I want to talk about this idea of FOMO when it comes to investing. I've had a lot of conversations with friends and family members around what's happening in one particular alternative asset class, or maybe this tech stock, or maybe it's one of the meme stocks that you've heard of. I'm not here today to promote any of those things. What I'm here today to talk about is why in the long run, diversification matters. Specifically, I want to talk about this famous Warren Buffett quote that I actually turned around on its head. And I just want to really emphasize the idea that while yes, you can build tremendous wealth through concentration, it's really important that you protect that wealth through diversification. Really, it boils down to risk management. I wrote this article on diversification. I'll put a link down to it below. I encourage you to check it out and read it. It should take you about 5 minutes. You know, there's all these different biases when it comes to behavioral finance. And that's truly what FOMO is. It's a behavioral bias to, you know, maybe something that we heard about or read about in the news, or again, most often it's a friend or a colleague, or, you know, maybe it's a family dinner, you get together and someone brings up this story where they made a lot of money in this particular stock or like I said, in some other asset class. I want to tell just a quick story. You might have experienced this yourself. I have these friends in my life where you either have this one friend or maybe it's a couple of friends that every time that they go to Vegas and then they come home, they've always got these great stories about how they won big, or maybe they just broke even, but they had a great time and, you know, the trip paid for itself. The reality is, after you hear this story a few times, especially if you hear it from multiple people on multiple trips, you start to realize they can't be winning every time. And that's where that bias comes in. And, you know, recency bias is one thing, but also this confirmation bias of, well, you know, if my friend did really well and they hit it big, why can't I? The reality is people love to brag. People love to talk about the winners in their portfolio, but no big surprise, they don't really like to talk about the losers. It's the winners that make the best stories, so of course that's what you're gonna hear. That's what your friends and your family are gonna tell you about. They're not gonna highlight how they either lost it big or they missed out somewhere else. I just wanna make sure that everyone's on the same page and give some caution to concentrating a portfolio, you know, whether it's on purpose through a disciplined investment strategy, or maybe this is just how your compensation has been the last 10 years at where you work. Concentration happens and it can work out, but it's my job and it's my role to hopefully educate you that, you know, diversification is a way to control risk over the long term. And when it comes to financial planning and retirement planning, you know, that's what we're focused on, that long-term perspective. You know, whatever's making headlines in the news today might be gone tomorrow. And there's lots of stories throughout the last 10, 15, 30 plus years in the stock market of these ups and these downs, and how it can be an exciting ride on the way up, but it can be a very disappointing and sobering ride on the way down. But again, I encourage you to read that article. Diversification, you know, it's just the idea of you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. It's as simple as that. Of course, there's a lot more nuance to building a well-diversified portfolio that I'm happy to talk with you about if you want to reach out. For a lot of people, maybe it's just a good time to pump the brakes and do a little bit more research on properly creating a diversified portfolio. My name is Alan Hensley. I am a wealth advisor at Merriman Wealth Management here in Seattle, Washington. If you want to talk more about diversification, please don't hesitate to reach out, shoot me an email, put something on my calendar. I'll put a link down below to all of my links. And I look forward to making more videos like this. If there's something that you want to learn about, let me know. I'm looking for topics to dive into, and hopefully you'll come back and watch some more videos. Thanks so much. Have a great day.